Hello, welcome to GetCalmer. In today's Well Woman Yoga class, I'll be offering you some tools to help balance your hormones. So whether you're going through the monthly cycle or any stage of menopause, this is going to be really beneficial for you. So all you'll need is a rolled up blanket or a couple of cushions and a chair. So let's get ready. So let's place our props on the front of our chair and we're going to come into standing. So stand in front of your chair, feet hip width distance. And I'd like you to take your hands to the front corners of your chair. And you can bend your legs a little bit depending on how open the hamstrings are. It's going to be a good stretch for the back of your legs as well. So spread out your toes. And as you press into your chair, start to lengthen your chest towards the back of the chair. So we're opening out the chest, lengthening the spine. As you exhale, start to bend the elbows and very lightly bring your mid-brow, forehead to your cushions or blankets. And then inhale, come up halfway. So we're just warming up the back, just linking into our breath. So exhale, you could be out through the mouth, softening your jaw. Inhale up, lengthen your chest. And exhale down. So try and slow this movement down as best you can, because stress just upsets the hormones. Just makes everything a lot worse. So exhale, coming down. Just very lightly tapping mid-brow to the blanket. Last time, breathing in fully. And as we lower the head, you might want to stack the hands or bring your forearms on your cushions or blanket and just gently place your forehead or mid-brow onto the hands. So to balance out the hormones, it's really beneficial to bring our head lower than the hips. So if in doubt, if you're feeling the hormones are fluctuating, just bring your head lower than the hips. And this draws more blood flow to the brain, but ultimately starting to bring more blood flow to the endocrine glands that govern our hormones. So take a deep breath in here. And take a long sigh out through the mouth, soft jaw, soft tongue. Even take out an audible sigh. And keep that breath long and smooth and mindful. You might feel that stretch in the backs of your legs. Again, you can bend the knees a little bit more. Or if you want to get that extra stretch in the back of the legs, you can start to lift your tailbone up towards the ceiling. And you feel the pit of the belly gently lift. Keep the breath going. One more here. And soft sigh out through the mouth. Hear that breath brushing the back of the throat. And then very slowly start to press into your hands, lift the head. All the way up, take your hands to the front corners of your chair. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, bend your knees. And then inhale, slowly rise into standing. Good. So we're going to come down onto the floor now for our next pose. So take your blankets, cushions with you. So coming down mindfully, sitting to the side. So always being aware of keeping our pelvis in a neutral position rather than staggering up and down onto the floor. So slide your hand down to the floor. And I'd like you to roll onto your back for bridge pose. Again, another pose that lifts the hips slightly higher than the head. So get hold of your blankets, lift up your hips and slide your props underneath the base of the spine. So this gives a little subtle lift of the hips. And this is a supported bridge pose or Setu Bandhasana. So having your feet hip width, get into a comfortable position. And with the hands, I'd like you to take Yoni Mudra. So this is where we're taking a downward triangle. So tips of thumbs, sides of index fingers together. And bring that hand mudra over your pelvis. Relax the arms. And take a deep breath in here. And again, take it out through the mouth, soft jaw, relaxed tongue. You can close your eyes. Feel the shoulders softening, but that gentle tilting of the pelvis going up. And just feel the warmth of your hands on your pelvis. And this Yoni Mudra, this hand gesture, starts to bring more blood flow and energy to the ovaries and all the reproductive organs to help balance. So a really good one to do, even if you're lying in bed, just placing your hands over the pelvis, and it's really comforting. So let's take 3 more mindful breaths here, breathing in fully, feeling the chest lift. You can breathe out through the nostrils or softly out through the mouth. Lips are relaxed. Breathing in deeply. Breathing out. Shoulders relaxed. Feel that point in between your eyebrows soften. And then when we over-concentrate, we can start to furrow our brow. So try and keep that nice and soft, eyelids relaxed. Let's do one more breath like this. Breathing out, soft jaw, relaxed tongue. So from here, we're going to come into a supported shoulder stand. So I'd like you to take one leg up towards the ceiling and the other. And again, depending on how the backs of the legs feel, you can bend the legs a little bit, keeping the knees in line with your hips. Or if the hamstrings are open, backs of the legs are open, you can start to straighten the legs, heels in line with hips. Quite often, I see a lot of people bring their legs towards the head, but this just brings more pressure to your shoulders. So we aim to keep the knees in line with hips. You can keep the hands on your pelvis. In fact, let's just bring a little warmth in our hands. Bring energy, warmth. We give them a good rub. And place them over the pelvis. So there is a gentle lifting from the hips to the heels in this pose, and so beneficial for balancing the hormones. Again, you're bringing the blood flow, you're reversing it towards the heart, chest, and brain. And you can also do this up against a wall, which is really supportive, or having your chair close by, as if by magic. Sliding that chair towards you, especially if you can't maintain the legs up in the air, you can take a more supported shoulder stand and place the lower legs on your chair, which is just as beneficial. So again, let's stay here for 4 complete breaths, breathing in and out. Relax the body as best you can here. If you still suffer from menstrual cramps, this pose is really good to do because it just takes the pressure away from the ovaries. Again, brings more freedom and blood flow to the area, because what can happen, there can be a lot of congestion around the base of the spine. So breathe in deeply. Breathing out completely. So even just separating out each of these poses, and maybe doing one if you're feeling out of balance, it's going to be better than nothing. Feel the heart rate slow down, soothing our nervous system. Facial muscles relaxed. Almost visualizing breathing towards the pelvis. Nourishing, nurturing this area. So you can stay here for a lot longer. Otherwise, just take a couple of deeper breaths. Maybe stretching out the arms above your head. So if you're just waking up from a short nap, using one arm to act as a pillow, releasing the legs slowly, and rolling to one side. And just rest on your side for a moment. There's just no rush in getting up. You don't want to overstimulate our nervous system. When you feel ready, pressing into the floor, coming up nice and slowly. And that is your hormone balancing practice for today. Thank you so much for joining me. Please like, share, comment, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Om Shanti. Peace.